How y'all doing? It's me. I'm in my bedroom. Can't open the window because the gardener's out there. I love my gardener. He's a great guy. Uh, you know. But anyway, my light situation is all ridiculous. So I'm sitting in here. I have my. Anyhow, how y'all doing? Listen, I don't know what it is. They tell you there are cycles to grief, and then you go through anger, denial, or all this kind of stuff. I think you can go through them. I think I might be going through them again because, there's some things that are going on now that are reminding me that he's not here and why he's not here. And I'm mad all over again. And the reason that I know that is because I have looked to launch at a couple of people that had no business bothering me. And I've been talking about this a little bit lately. I'm chippy, and people are annoying me. And just the other day, I was talking to my life coach, and I like paying somebody to talk to so I can say whatever I want. And I don't have to be concerned about their feelings because they're getting paid to walk through what are the weeds of my mind and figure out which ones we can pull out of there. So, anyhow, we were talking on the phone, Zoom the other day. And what I do during my sessions is I give them a running account of how I'm feeling during said session, right? So I'll say, I'm feeling pretty good. And then, 20 minutes in, we'd be talking about what I'm losing my mood. And then about another 10 minutes in, I said, now I'm angry. And she said, okay, let's stick with that. What are you angry about, or who are you angry with? And I stopped and I thought about it and I said, I think I'm mad at you. And she said, okay, let's go with that. And she goes, why are you mad at me? And I said, I don't know. And then she said, think about it. Just start yelling and then we'll find it out. And I did. I started hollering. And I this and I that and the other. And I was mad at her because I couldn't be mad at what I was mad about. And I know that it's bad. You should never let your emotions straddle a vent. That's Rule 33. And I feel like I've been violating like Rule 33 of my mother's rules is do not allow your emotions to straddle vents. And I mostly demonstrated by saying, don't take boss mad home or wife angry to work. Whatever initiated the emotion of the moment, you got to leave it where it is and not take it someplace else. And I've had such a hard time of late. I've been getting angry at other people for things that I would normally would not get angry about. So I'm just angry again. And I started fussing and howling about, I'm alone, the whole thing. And I'm not going to go into it like that, but it's just interesting that you can feel so deeply and think you're so aware of your emotional surroundings and you can still be deep into some kind of thing that you don't understand. And I make a point of using, securing, and honing my second set of eyes. And my second set of eyes is the part of me that sits away from itself and watches what I'm doing in real time, which is why I'm able to tell her how I'm feeling in real time. I'm angry. I may not know why, but a shifting mood always announces itself. And I know what all my moods look like when they're just about to open the door. And I may not know whose hand is opening that door or why the door is opening, but I know that door is opening. And when I got permission to yell, I just started emoting. And during the process of emoting, we figured out I was angry at two things again: the injustice of it all, and that I don't have. I'm a three-legged chair. I'm a two-legged table. You know, I'm mad about that again because I guess I am re-engaging in other parts of life. And normally, when other parts of life get on my last, sometimes I would run into a bad situation, be all jacked up, and I would enjoy the living daylights out of it because I knew I was going to be able to come home and tell Eric about it, and that he would think it was funny. And whenever I say something he would think is funny or ridiculous, I would enjoy it. And then I would handle things so smoothly and coolly because he enjoyed my glacial responses when I'm able to give them. And they weren't ready for that. He goes, "Oh, they even picked the wrong woman for that." He used to get such a kick out of it. And now I go out and I'm just dealing with people. And it seems pointless. It's not pointless. And I'm also mad at myself because I'm reading this book that says, without a doubt, the number it's a long book with a lot of information in it, but over and over it repeats, that you are as happy as the number and strength and value of the relationships you have, and it's not an opinion. It's like an 80-year longitudinal study that has been replicated, and it's the same thing. I think that's also why I got mad at her. It's the same thing she's been telling me is connect. Like she told me that I need to go live on here. I ain't ready for that. She told me a lot of things I wasn't ready for, and that's part of the reason why I was yelling at her. I was mad at her, and when I started yelling at her, all of that stuff came up. All of it. So, I don't know what. I just could, I got my light situations all off. Decker's here, though. Decker. What's up? How you doing? Everything all right? You see yourself? Well, he ain't interested either. I should take a nap, too. Zora? Oh, I don't know if you can see her. Can you see her? I don't know.